Another one while we're walking. Yeah. Okay, so I've read before the book of the book that I'm actually reading now. I'm having a blank now. Okay. The Body Keeps the Score. So I read this book a few years back, but I didn't understand it anywhere near as much as I understand it now. So I understood parts of it enough to where I was able to take some information and at least start to look into it more and apply it, and it helped me understand different processes in my body to help me heal and work with my body, but not like now. So after actually applying these processes, it's actually helped deepen my understanding and respect of these processes. When I say processes, I mean healing in a way that you're working with your body rather than forcing it or trying to control it. So far this year, I've read a little over 10 books so far this year alone on subjects in this area. So emotional intelligence, neurology, physiology, psychology, and then of course I love throwing philosophy in there as well, because there is philosophy that's tied to these other subjects that help make it make a lot of sense for me. Now there's a quote on my Instagram. If you guys follow me on Instagram, you can see it right in the bio. If you don't follow me on Instagram, it's Potty Mouth Nutritionist. So in the bio, I've had this quote there for quite some time now, because it's something that I also practice in my life every day. It's basically ability to experience the things you want in life is directly proportionate to your willingness to experience its opposite, quote unquote. Okay, give or take, that's pretty much the quote. Now when you read The Body Keeps the Score, it actually goes into that. I'm actually in that chapter now, and it's basically stating like why you can't experience more joy without experiencing more pain. Easy, like for those of us who are nerds of philosophy, I'm one of them. I've always loved philosophy. I like the wisdom that's in philosophy, but a lot of the times, especially if you only are predominantly learning from philosophy and you don't add the other factors to it, like neurology, physiology, the nervous system, language, everything else to it, it can't come full circle as to why they're saying what they're saying, okay? So the quote that I have is more, the way it's stated is philosophical, but it's actually neurologically a fact. You really actually can't experience more joy and what people consider positive emotions, because I don't see them as positive or negative, but we're going to go with this connotation or whatever, is you can't experience more positive emotions without creating more capacity to feel the negative ones. And this is literally a fact neurologically, because this whole part of the brain and down the center, we call it the the mohawk of self-awareness. So everything that creates your sense of self, which is physically here down the middle all the way to the back, okay? We go through things that impact us or in a traumatic way. It impacts our brain and our nervous system, among other systems in our body. And we don't process these experiences properly and allow them to either leave or integrate or transmutate or whatever. They stay stuck in our body, especially when we are not doing anything about them. We are suppressing them, we're running from it, we dissociate, we ignore it, we deny it, we drown it in alcohol or other substance abuse, whatever it is. when we run from it in some way, shape, or form, instead of facing it and feeling it, there's certain parts of the brain here down the middle that shut down, which is shutting down our sense of self. And the reason it does that is to try to help you survive the negative emotions associated with that traumatic event, because your brain cannot tell the difference between it happened then or it's happening now just because you're remembering it. Okay? So it tries to like shield you or protect you from the overwhelming effects on your body from remembering that memory and feeling all these effects. But in that, it shuts down your sense of self. And so when it does that, although it's compromising your capacity to feel those negative emotions, it's also just as much, because it's the same capacity, hindering your ability to also feel the opposite. The joy, the feeling fully alive and all of that. That is the same center of capacity in the brain that is used to process and feel the emotions we tend to not be a big fan of. So yes, bring it back full center. Your ability to create the life you want, whatever that looks like, okay? Doesn't matter what it is. Your ability to create the life you want, the life that's aligned with who you really are, is directly proportionate. It's directly related to your ability to hold the capacity for the emotions you don't want to feel. So just as much as you run from what you don't want to feel, from what is uncomfortable, from what you've been suppressing and denying, from what you've been lying to yourself about, saying it's not there when it is, from what you've been drowning in alcohol, food, substance, whatever, from what you've been fucking away, from what you've been, name it. There's a whole fucking list. Anything except facing it. I just hit myself in the eye. Anything except facing it is actually also hindering and putting a block to your ability to feel joy and to feel fully alive and present, etc., on this side. So again, it's not, let me only go this way because I only want this and leave this alone. No, it does not work that way. And our brains also will not allow it to work that way because it doesn't function that way. If you want to create space for joy, you also got to simultaneously expand your capacity for pain and all the other emotions that you don't want, that are uncomfortable. So stretch that. Stretch it. This is also what they could mean by get out of your mind and get into your body, because your body cannot lie to you. It cannot lie. Your mind can lie to you. You can actually lie to yourself through your mind, but you cannot lie to your body, and your body cannot lie to you. You could try to lie to your body, but all that's going to happen is symptoms are going to come up trying to get your attention and let you know, you can't lie to me. I know the truth and there's something wrong and we need your attention now. Sooner than later would be better. That life you want, that growth you want, that evolved state, that better you, the initiation to that is the discomfort.